Hi everyone, welcome back. It's your girl Goddess. I decided to go to the drugstore and pick up a newer foundation that hasn't been out for too long. I'm excited to try this. It is the new PHOTOREADY Candid. It is a natural finish anti-pollution foundation. I believe they have 42 or 43 shades, pretty large selection of shades. I remember trying out the Revlon PHOTOREADY, I think it was an airbrush foundation. It was okay. Hopefully this one is much better than the previous one. I've been seeing nothing but good things about this, so let's get right into it. So I'm actually gonna try the new Revlon Rose Gold Hydrating Illuminating Primer in Rose Quartz, or Quartz Rose. This is what it looks like. We'll see how this primer goes. It smells like a fragrance, like a body spray. That's what it smells like. It comes in this like little applicator wand, so you gotta squeeze the top, and then I don't know how I feel about this right now, but this feels like a moisturizer more than a primer. Sure how I feel about this primer. It's definitely very hydrating. It feels more like a moisturizer than it does a primer. I guess we'll have to find out. Okay, so I'm going in with the shade 240. Not sure if this matches my skin tone. I'm going to be using a wet beauty blender. This is very, very light coverage. It reminds me of like a CC or BB cream more than anything. It didn't really cover my acne spots. Yeah, it's not really blending in very well with the beauty blender. Might need more. So I definitely feel that I did 2 pumps and it didn't cover my entire face. I can still see my acne underneath everything, but it does say that it's buildable, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to build this up. I literally put 2 pumps on this side of the cheek to see how it looks when it is built up. Now it's starting to look a little bit more full coverage. You know, it actually matches my skin tone pretty well. I put 2 pumps over here as well. I really want to see if it can cover up my acne that I have going on in my chin area. Not really a fan of how much I have to build up to get full coverage. It does say buildable, so it is buildable, but I don't want to put a 3rd layer on. I can still see underneath. I don't know if it's the primer, but I can still see my skin underneath, so it's really not covering up that well. It did cover my acne, but you can still see the reddened areas. I don't know if on camera you can see my nose, how it's looking like it's worn off. I don't know if it's the beauty blender. I didn't want to add any more coverage or anything, but I'm just gonna try a brush really quick just to see what it does. So I'm just gonna apply this with a brush. Ooh. Yeah, this goes on really, really well with a brush. Maybe too much. I don't know if it's because it's a third layer, but so even applying with a brush, I can still see underneath. So it's still, even though I put 3 layers on, used a beauty blender for 2 and a brush for the 3rd, I can still see right underneath It almost looks as if my makeup has been wearing all day. Not sure if I'm a fan of all of that. It looks really cakey around the nose area. Not sure, it's just not sticking to that area. Or like around my cheek areas. Not sure if you can see that, but it did end up covering up most of my acne. For whatever reason, it just doesn't want to stick to my nose, and really not sticking to the nose area. Could potentially be the primer. Since the primer is new, it does from a distance look really airbrushy and it looks good, but up close that nose area is really getting to me. Actually go finish up the rest of my makeup and come back and tell you how I liked it. And I'll come back and I'll let you guys know what I think. Okay, so this is the final look after I completed all my makeup. Everything seemed to go on smoothly and I was able to blend out my concealer and put all my products on as I normally would. However, the nose was still an issue, and it still is. It's a little creased up, and I even used powder. It's a little creased up on the sides already. The under eyes, where I could see most of the foundation coming through, my concealer is a full coverage concealer, and that did cover it up really well. Overall, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. It's your typical drugstore foundation. It's really doesn't seem to be a bad one. It's something that I would potentially wear maybe if I was just going to run some errands or something, but it not being on the super affordable range for a drugstore, you know, paying as much as this is for such a small bottle and having to use so much application, just not sure if I'm a fan. The whole thing with my nose and it not sticking, still not set, still not sure that I'm such a fan. Would I recommend this? I guess I would recommend this to anybody that's not looking for full coverage. It does say that it's buildable. And it is buildable, but you have to use so much product to build it up. And I feel that I did not like that at all. No, with this, a little does not go a long way. It's just really not my favorite foundation. I'm even got some spots right here. I don't know if you can see, but it's like that cakey, weird consistency that my nose was giving. I did end up fixing my nose for the most part, but the side of the cheek right here, not sure if you can see it, is really, I don't know how to describe it, patchy, I guess you could say. And my skin's not even dry right here. My skin is combination. See how it looks from a distance, looking at a distance in a distant mirror and things, everything looks completely flawless. It looks airbrushed, it looks gorgeous, it looks beautiful. It's just when you get up close, you can see issues. Now again, I'm not sure if it was the foundation or if it was the primer. Trying out the Revlon Rose Gold Hydrating Primer might have had something to do with it not sticking to my nose and not sticking right here in this area. So I would give this foundation another test run without the primer just to see. Anyway guys, this is my honest opinion, honest review, and maybe you'll have completely different results than I did. Unfortunately, I didn't have the best experience, but on the bright side, if you love this eye look, don't forget to stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. I would like to hear your thoughts on this foundation. Until next time.